I almost didn't come here. Not because I didn't want to, but because I couldn't figure out how to bring enough of it on this trip. That's what it does. It convinces you to trade your dreams for one more high. I used to think I had control, but the truth is, I couldn't feel anything without it. And if I ran out, I'd break down. I'd become angry, miserable, empty. I told myself it was medicine, but now, it doesn't even work. It just silences the noise for a minute. The past creeps in. Shame, regret, pain I never dealt with. And it becomes the answer. Obsession, compulsion, my self-respect, gone. Opportunities, missed. I don't even know who I am without this crutch. But something's different now. I'm tired. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of lying to myself. I'm tired of losing what matters. I'm here because I want to stop surviving and finally start living.
Welcome back. In this episode, we learn more about Zeb and what brought him to an underground bunker in Montana. His story may resonate with you, especially if you're having trouble identifying some real consequences of your behaviors and habits. None of us have to lose everything to be miserable enough to want to make a change.
The boys are working hard to take advantage of the heavy machinery while it's on site, clearing the way for the new road and making room for the shipping containers. In addition, they're getting ready for this new septic tank to be put in. Kale gets the luxurious job of cameraman, while Dean oversees the project. Reed, his son Steven, and Zeb clear out the old junk, and they're careful not to discard anything that can be repurposed.
The damn broken arm is still messing with me. So if I should have put it on this morning when I was doing that work, but putting that old thing out there, plus this is a boxing wrap, which is a little tougher so I can work with it and it doesn't get torn up. Show must go on, baby, so we gotta keep this moving. And we're having such fun, I can't hardly contain myself. This didn't even work to me. And that's what my life has turned into. After cleaning up, getting sober, and living my life in a principled way with purpose, man, I get to do this kind of stuff. I took care of my regular business in the morning, a couple hours, and then these guys showed up, and this is an idea that I came up with in my head. I said, I want to fish this section of the Yellowstone. I really want to get into it because it's big water and it's fast, which I did, and I fell in love with the area, as I've done with others. And then I said, my grandfather used to tell me, just grow where you're planted. And I was like, you know what? It's a great place to grow. I'm gonna look around here. If something unfolds, real estate wise or opportunity wise, I like my weird projects to bring my sponsees and guys in the program with me, and also help newer guys. Anyway, if it was gonna happen, it would fall in place, and bam, it's here. Got the new septic tank diagram. So we are It's currently right here. This is where I'm standing right there. This is the shelter, the dome right here. And now the pipe is going to go basically under my feet to the new tank, which is going to be right over there. And it's going to go that way, beyond that juniper tree. So that's the new spot.
Well, the old septic tank is kind of still there. You know, we emptied it out and filled it back up with dirt and did all that. And putting the new septic in, most of that was done by machines. So, I mean, I had to pipe it in and hook up the electric and all that, but most of that was done by the excavator guys.
So, the more if I dig, if I just set it that way, then I don't have to put the laterals that deep. But they're going between that.
Laterals still have to be 3 feet deep.
Okay.
You can't change that fast.
But that's low enough if I just, because I'm going to fill in that hole anyway. I can just put it on the ground in there and fill that tank.
Well, we got to make sure that it's the depth we need.
Okay.
And then we also got to make sure we got room in here for a truck to get in that way and back up to the hole and put the tank in.
A little bit of hope. Maybe it'll be different this time. But he thought the same way. He just wanted to use me. Yeah, that's all he wanted. So my delusions started again. Maybe something's gonna happen to make me feel needed again. He seemed knowledgeable, but he also seemed full of fear, just like the people before him. It was just the same as in the past, but it was a small level. So he decided to get rid of me. That was when I hit my second bottom. And this is the start of how I became a member of the Montana Society.
After I quit smoking weed, I was like, I need to get the hell out of here for a little bit. You know, I've been living in active addiction with my girlfriend, and she wasn't happy. Things were strained between us because of that, and I just really needed a break. I didn't really envision the trip would turn into as much as we've done. I kind of just thought about getting to Montana and being there, seeing Yellowstone, on fishing, Mount Rushmore, the Badlands. It's made me realize I'm a lot more sicker than I thought I was on the way up here, that's for sure. I was, like I said, I was at home, but I was still in kind of my own little bubble of my nest, so to speak. I'm real comfortable around Kale. I've known him my whole life, so I can be myself, but being myself in turn shows me kind of just how really screwed up my thinking is. Not sure if that really clicks with anybody, but he's shown it to me for sure.
Yoda lives. Love the color. My pride and joy here. A 1950 Chevrolet 6500 right here. Beautiful vehicle. And it has a new engine in it. Well, newer. It's got a 1960 6-cylinder flathead. And it does 48 miles an hour. And it was owned by the Great Divide Manufacturing Company for, I think, 50 years. Another guy bought it in town, couldn't get it going. I went and took a look at it for $1,200 whole dollars in the middle of the winter when nobody buys a truck anywhere. Started up, put gas in it, drove it 50 miles the first day. Ran over a stop sign, accidentally. Anyway, you know, cool, I'm so excited. Where's my container? I don't know why it excites me so much. Not even work. Anyway, back to this truck. It's just not art. It's beautiful. It really is. We have 3 4-foot wide drain fields, and each one of them's got to be 12 foot apart. So we need 36 feet. I don't want to mess with that beautiful juniper. I want to leave that and the rock there. So it's got to be 36 feet on the other side of it. They'll take out that hill. He's going to move that giant rock, and it's going to be going in that direction. So he's going to move all these stones with the bucket, just be a lot quicker, and the boys are going to move all the aluminum and tin and move that over here. So you can start moving that stone with the bucket if you want. See this right here? These are, well, here's some right here that are turning color. Here. So this is juniper berry. Can I eat it? Yeah, you can probably eat it.
Start spazzing out.
It's like a juniper. So these boughs were cut off. I think they used the whole bough with these in it, or at least the berries. They're a little strong.
Very strong.
And they're taken and put into a bathtub. And during Prohibition, they would take, Bill Wilson and others would take this stuff and soak it in alcohol they got from airports, and they could buy it. And it was for cleaning, the cleaning agent, de-icing agent, I think, for airplanes. And they would mix this with it. It was called bathtub gin. And you know, that was the way they got by. This actually gave it some flavor. But real gin is made with this, these berries of the juniper, and similar type stuff. So.
But Zeb's a great worker. You know, he's got a long way to go in his program, but he's come a long way. We've been working together side by side for 7 months in Florida, and he's come a long way in that short amount of time. Yeah. Well, he's got a lot of anger issues. He gets frustrated and angry real quick. It used to be, you know, several times a day, and now it's just a couple times a week. So he's learned to deal with that a lot more. And hopefully it's my influence, maybe it's not, I don't know. But like I said, we've been working together for 7 months straight. Probably the first 4 months, I was just trying to set a good example. You know, people get mad all the time. That's what we do with it, is what people see. You know, what's going on in your head, I can't see. With your actions, I can see. And with his actions, they're getting a lot better. He's learning how to work things through, figure things out, ask, and do things that way instead of getting mad and going off.
Yeah.
So he's learning a lot as far as that's concerned.
Take it wide, pull the container all the way up right here, get the ass, you know, as far as you can, bucket that hill, go up there, and I'll hook up a couple chains and you drag it forward and just start dragging it from up there.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I can get up there to get around here.
Go up Arcturus?
No.
You just go up the back side.
All right.
Going up there, man. If it moved, it could have shifted or tilted. You could have fallen off and landed on the boulders, dude.
tried to get our arms slowly around Zeb. And it's like a wild kitten. You know, you can't really get it. You had to kind of feed it and bring it in slowly. His fear levels and anxiety levels are starting to drop somewhat, and we've gone over that with a number of different lessons. You know, don't let your fears run you. Like, make believe it's a cloud and just watch it go by. It doesn't need to run your life. Something as simple as that. So his fears and anxieties have gone down, and he's more authentic. He's more comfortable. He's finding who he is. As he becomes more comfortable with the situation and wants a bigger, better life, he becomes more inquisitive. Therefore, the questions come up. And he is on that path now, and I'm really seeing him blossom and take part in things and take charge and have faith in himself more. And very, very bright young man and extremely hardworking. And we've had individual conversations that he has what it takes to actually put together a wonderful life. And then we said, what is preventing that from happening? All of that is just to say that he's really doing great.
Montana Society!